Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you all so much for being here. You know, I just left a number of advocates, or maybe my colleagues like to call them activists, around the housing crisis. It was powerful speeches about just how terrible and horrific the housing crisis is across our country. And, you know, I'm getting back from there and I'm thinking, well, I'm on Financial Services Committee. Somehow we're going to be able to address the housing crisis. No, that's not what we're doing here. Then I thought, okay, well, you know, the president is shamelessly using his office for vast personal gain. I mean, I think he's doubled his net worth since last year, mainly through cryptocurrency and crypto corruption. And I'm just saying this because I'm like, why are we having this hearing? I always like to kind of dig deeper, and then I found out, oh, well, the anti-ESG, which for my residents listening, it means environmental social governance. These are, many of my colleagues will call activists because they have social causes and they want to make sure their money is not going to something they don't support. And it's because it's funded by big mega donors, the fossil fuel industry. It's true. You all know it. And figures like Leonard Leo and Peter Thiel. I mean, Mr. Copeland, Manhattan Institute, and I would like to submit for the record a fact sheet on the Manhattan Institute from the Center for Justice and Democracy.
Without objection.
Thank you. You know, I think, what, $1.5 million from ExxonMobil and $3 million from the Koch brothers. You know, how do the public take that seriously when I have a community in Wayne County that hasn't met Clean Air Act standards in years, where our kids are literally being poisoned? They can't develop, their brains cannot develop if they're being poisoned. I say this because we're here because of mega donors. We're here to talk about this whole anti-ESG, whatever they want to call, movement. And, you know, this issue to me is fabricated, but the stakes are real in regards to people having disclosure and transparency. The retirement savings of hardworking families are on the line. And so, you know, Mr. Lander, can you discuss, you know, the issues here? I mean, I'm a person that does deeply care about the climate crisis and how the risk to executive compensation and that shareholder proposals can force companies, you know, to disclose that, and why those issues should be in the interest for investors.
I mean, I do think it's extraordinary that what's being demonized is the simple effort to disclose the basic risks that a company is facing. And we've heard this a few times today, in ways that are so obviously relevant to the shareholders of that company. Of course, there's a broader set of questions that are critical here. But for many companies, their exposure to climate risk is a simple and straightforward issue. Yes, if you have most of your book of financing for fossil fuel financing, an investor might say, I think it would make sense to have more exposure to renewable energy and investment. And you could decide, do I want to keep investing here? Do I not want to keep investing here? And have that basic information. That's what's being demonized. Not any requiring of changes, not dictating, not regulating.
I mean, they really want to muzzle people's First Amendment speech. I know you all see it that way. Do it all you want. You're getting funded by people. I mean, come on. I'm looking at you all and I'm telling you, these companies are not my constituents. The 12th Congressional District residents are, and if they want more disclosure and transparency, then they deserve it. Then what's the problem? I mean, somebody said that none of these even proposals pass, but you're all here because of Peter Thiel and Leonard Leo. You all know it. That's exactly why we're here, because they donate to my colleagues. This is why we're here. Nobody cares about what's going on with housing. Nobody cares about the fact that I'm literally fighting for Head Start program dollars. That's what people care about. And this is not like a political, this is me, the girl from Southwest Detroit, looking at this, growing up in the back shadow of the only oil petroleum refinery in the state of Michigan, Marathon Oil. And you're telling me that if a teacher and others that are concerned about this, that live in that neighborhood, can't have transparency and disclosures, can't have a say? But see, they call them activists because they politically disagree with them, and it's supposed to be like, most of them were activists before they got here. They were. They might have been activists on issues that I may disagree with them, but I respectfully disagree because I'm like, that's your right to disagree. So Chairman, I wish we could do more on housing. We could do more on
Chairwoman's
issues
time
of
has
corruption,
expired.
and I look forward to that. Thank you.
Gentleman from Iowa, Mr. Nunn.